Hey guys, Mario here from MTG Diagnosis, Doctor by Day, Match Gather by Night. And this video is a continuation of the last video where I opened this collector booster box and we opened up the first 3 packs. I talked about the different cards and if they're useful for limited / draft versus constructed versus commander. So let's move on. This is with that other 3 packs, we opened up these 2 cards, Full Art Foil Teferi's Protection and a Quandrix Elder Dragon Full Art but not foil. And I think those were our 2 biggest hits from those first 3 packs. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Or maybe they were 4 packs. I think there might have been 4 packs. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, so the first 3 packs. And Dragon's Approach. So this is pretty good, actually. You can do 3 damage to each opponent. And you can exile this and 4 cards named Dragon's Approach from your graveyard. And if you do, search your library for a Dragon's creature card, put that onto the battlefield and shuffle. The deck can have any number of cards named Dragon's Approach. So 3 damage to each opponent. So this is kind of good for not limited for commander. I still would not pick it for a limited. Rise of Extus, exile target creature, exile 1 target instant or sorcery from a graveyard, and you learn. So 6 for an exile sorcery, very good for limited. Limited and draft, same thing. Frost Trickster, 2/2 flying. When it comes into play, opponent controls this creature doesn't untap during its control's next untap phase. 3 for a 2/2 flying. It's actually worse than it looks, so I would not pick that one. Campus Guide, 2 for 2/1. When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, and shuffle it. Put that card on top. Not good because you have to put the land on top of your deck. Scurrid Colony. This is actually pretty good. 2 for a 2/2 with reach, and it gets +2/+2 as long as you control 8 or more lands. Good for limited draft. Academic Dispute, 1 red, instant target creature blocks this turn if able. You may have it gain reach until end of turn, and you get to learn. Good card. Uncommon. And then Quandrix Cultivator, 4 for a 3/4. When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic forest or island card, put onto the battlefield, then shuffle. So pretty good ramp in those colors. So it's a Turtle Druid. For our lesson is a rare, 2, a white and any color, colorless and a white. Choose 1. Choose a non-land card name. Opponents can't cast spells with the chosen name until your next turn, or choose target non-land permanent until your next turn. It can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. So, not bad. It's all right. We get a Snarl. It's the new land they have. When Orzhov, white and black. You have to reveal a land card from your hand. Muse Vortex. This is a commander card. 2 blue and an X. Exile the top X cards from your library. You may cast an instant sorcery spell with mana value X or less from among them without paying its mana cost. Then exile the top X cards of your library. You may cast an instant sorcery spell with mana value X or less from among them without paying its mana cost. Then put the exile instant and sorcery cards that weren't cast this way into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Good card. Retriever Phoenix. So this is 4 for a 2/2 Phoenix flying haste. Enters the battlefield, you cast it, or if you cast it from your hand, you get to learn. So the first time you cast it, and as long as it's in your graveyard, if you would learn, you may instead return Retriever Phoenix to the battlefield. Flying haste, so it's okay. Opt, foil etched Opt. Japanese card is a blue and 1 color. It's a rare. I don't know what this is. It's foil etched. It's got the foiling around the border here. Blue and 1. I don't know what that says. Whirlwind Denial is our full art foil. And then Radiant Scroll Weaver in our token. Oh. Instant or sorcery spells you control have lifelink. It's a dwarf, 2/4 for 4. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile an instant or sorcery card at random from your graveyard. You may cast it this turn. If a spell at the beginning of your upkeep, if a spell cast this way would be put into your graveyard, exile it instead. Nice. Basically, you can do damage and gain life at the same time. Pack number 2. Thrilling Discovery. You gain 2 life, then you may discard 2 cards. If you do, draw 3 cards. I like that you may discard 2 cards. So you gain 2 life. Sorcery for 2. And if you do, you draw 3 cards. You gain 2 life no matter what for casting this. Aegis Guardian, good for 1/4 for 2 for limited. Soothsayer, Adept, 2 for 1/3. Draw a card, then discard a card. That's a good draw mechanism. Tangled Trap, choose 1, deal 5 damage to target creature with flying, or you can destroy target artifact. That's not bad for limited, since everybody has flying creatures. Promise Dust Mage dies. If it had a +1/+1 counter on it, you can draw a card. Lots of ways to put +1/+1 counters on creatures with green, black, and blue. Master Symmetrist. This is a good guy. This is good for limited and draft. 4 for 4/4 reach. Whenever a creature you control with power equal or toughness so its power and toughness are equal, it gains trample. So really good card for limited and draft. Expressive Iteration. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 of them into your hand. Put 1 of them on the bottom of your library and exile 1 of them. You may play the exile card this turn. Honestly, but what if you have a bunch of lands? I don't know. It's not that great. Our lesson is Spirit Summoning. It's a common. Create a creature token for 3. Not that great. Selfless Glyph. Okay, so this is a double face card. So Selfless Glyph Weaver, 3 for 2/3. Exile it. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. On the back side, you have a sorcery for 3 black and 5. That's a lot. To choose a creature or planeswalker, then destroy all other creatures and planeswalkers. Sorcery. The best thing about this is that you can destroy all other creatures and planeswalkers. Really good for Commander. So, our Author Shadows is our commander card. When it's a battlefield, exile all cards from all opponents' graveyards. Choose a non-land card exiled this way. You may all cards from all opponents' graveyards. You choose a non-land card. You may cast this card for as long as it remains exiled, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast that spell. Oh, wow. So you get basically destroy everybody's graveyards. 5 for a 3/3, destroy everybody's graveyards. They exile everybody's graveyards, and then you can choose one of those cards and cast it whenever, even if this guy gets killed. Vine Glimmer Snarl, which is a land, full art land. Cultivate, this is our Japanese. We got a mythic here. Mixus Mastery is our mythic Mystical Archives card, and that's a foil etched. And then we get a Cultivate full art foil, and our rare is Regrowth. I'm guessing black. That's a full art foil Regrowth. I think it's Regrowth. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna guess because it's a blue and a green. And then pack number 3. Okay. Blood Age General. Blood Age General. 2 for 2/2. Attacking spirits get +1/+0 until end of turn. Don't pick that card. Quandrix Pledge Mage. Pick this card. This might even be pack one, pick one if there's nothing else good in the pack for limited and draft. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, put a +1/+1 counter on. This thing can get huge really quickly. 3 for 2/2 if they don't take care of it at the beginning. Vortex Runner, don't pick this card. Spine Karak, this is a vanilla 2/4. Not good because it doesn't synergize with anything else. This is a good card. Essence Infusion. Black and 1. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature. It gains lifelink until end of turn. It's a sorcery, but you're putting counters, 2 counters for 2 mana. Plus you're giving whatever you're targeting lifelink. So it's gaining you life. And there's a lot of things in black and green and other colors that you can use it. This guy, put a +1/+1 on target creature. When he enters the battlefield, 2/2. When a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on any attacks, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. It's a lot to cast. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, it would be better. This is a good card because you get the counter instant sorcery spell, and then you get to look through that person's graveyard and exile them, and then end their library. So, and their hand. So if it's in their hand, they get to draw cards, but if it's anywhere else, like in their library or in their graveyard, they don't get to draw from that. So 2 for an instant. This is probably better than Counterspell. Maybe. We have a rare lesson, basic conjuration. We have top 6 cards of your library. You remove a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. You gain 3 life. So 3 to gain 3 life, plus to put a creature card from your library into your hand. Not bad. Culmination of Studies. Exile top X cards of your library for a blue and a red and an X. And exile X cards from your library. For each land card exiled this way, create a treasure token. For each blue card exiled this way, draw a card. For each red card exiled this way, Culmination Studies deals 1 damage to each opponent. Not bad. Our commander card is Nils, Disciple Enforcer. White 2, at the beginning of your end step, for each player, put a +1/+1 counter up to 1 target creature that player controls. Each creature with 1 or more counters on it can't attack you or planeswalkers you control unless its controller plays X, where X is the number of counters on that creature. Wow, so this basically shuts down Atraxa decks. Unless you're doing Super Friends. Demogoth Titan. 4 for 11/10. Whenever he attacks or blocks, sacrifice a creature. Actually, that could be a benefit too if you're playing like zombies or something, where creatures go into the graveyard, cause other things to trigger. Infuriate. This is our foil etched Infuriate. This is yes. Second Sun. What's it called? Rise of the Second Sun? Something like that. Seal of the Second Sun? Sacred Second Sun? I forget what it's called. But basically, if you cast this twice, you win the game. You also gain 7. You also gain 7 life and put seventh card from the top. So, and for 7 mana. So that is that foil etched. It's foil etched. It's not foil, it's foil etched. And then we got a full foil strategic planning. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 1 of them into your hand and the rest into your library graveyard. And then a foil full art fervent mastery. And then a token. Alright. Let's do one more pack. One more pack. Great for limited. Pack 1, pick 2, maybe. Pack 1, pick 1, maybe sometimes, depending on what else is in. This is great. Whenever you gain a life, get +1/+1 counter on it and menace. There's so many ways to gain life in this set. So if you do a draft, don't forget to pick, if you're in those colors, pick that. Pillar Drop Rescuer, not bad. He actually has a lot of use because there's a lot of creatures with 3 mana or less. And he's a 2/2 flying for 5. Teach by Example. Cast your next, you may choose new targets, so you can copy a spell for 2. In addition, cast a spell, sacrifice a creature or pay 3 for a 5/4. 2 for a 5/4, and if you don't sacrifice a creature, it's 5 for a 5/4. I mean, can't go wrong there. So not bad. That's actually pretty good for limited. This is all limited. I mean draft. Novus Dissector, sacrifice another creature, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, activate only as a sorcery. 3 for a 4/4. Not so great for limited. Dueling Coach is a battle for +1 counter on target creature. 5, put a +1/+1 on each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it. 2/2 for 4. It's okay. And this is our common spirit you control, get +1/+0. 5 for a 2/4. Whenever one or more creatures leaves your graveyard, whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, create a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token. It's okay. It's not great. Introduction Prophecy is our lesson. First rare is Rushed Rebirth. This is a good card. 2, choose target creature. It's an instant. Choose target creature. When that creature dies this turn, search your library for a creature card with lesser mana value, put it onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. This is good if you cast it on one of your opponent's creatures, if they have a high, whatever is going to die with the highest casting costs. So you don't have to use you can target your opponent's creatures. You can even target opponent's creatures and blow it up with a spell, removal spell. Creative Technique. So this is a commander card. Commander cards usually are more powerful. 5 for Demonstrate. Whenever you cast this spell, you may copy it. If you do, choose an opponent who also copies it. Sacrifice, shuffle your library, then reveal cards from the top of it until you reveal. Shuffle your library, then reveal your cards from the top of it until you reveal a non-land card. Exile that card and put the rest on the bottom of your library in the random order. You may cast the exile card without paying its mana cost. So you can actually, for 5, you can actually do that twice, and and an opponent can do that once, if you want to demonstrate. Double Major, copy target creature spell you control, except it isn't legendary if it's a legendary. So for 2 extra mana, you can cast double the creature that you're casting. Defiant Strike, target creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Draw a card. This is a rare. Urza's Rage. I'm going to guess Urza's Rage. Yeah. That's what I think it is. Because that looks like Urza. It's rare. This is Negate. Frost Boil Snarl. Full Art Foil Snarl. All right. So out of all those packs, probably, did we get any mythics? Oh yeah, our Japanese Rise of the Second Sun, Coming of the Second Sun. The other mythics? Oh yeah, Mizzix Mastery. It's got 2 mythics. Yeah, so got 2 mythics in those 5 packs, and we got a Full Art Foil Snarl. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys next time.